Good morning, peeps. And I really do mean good morning. I've literally just got home from the TalkSport studios. It's just gone 20 past 6 in the morning. But I know if I go to bed first, I'm not going to get these videos done. So we're going to try and get these videos done and then go to sleep. And yeah, I think that's the best way to do it. All right, I normally do one big video. I might do a few separate videos for the first time in a long time, just because I do want to talk about each subject in more length. And I don't want to just give a subject 2 minutes, then move on. I don't know what video to start with first. Let's start with the YouTube fight. Is it even a YouTube fight? It wasn't really a YouTube fight because one of them is a YouTuber in Jake Paul. The other one was a former NBA player in Nate Robinson. I tweeted this. I can't remember the words I actually used, but at the time I was so angry. So I think I tweeted like, I hate this idea of YouTube boxing and it needs to be stopped. That was my first thoughts. I spoke to Spencer Oliver. So I was working with Spencer Oliver, former European champion. He started this YouTube boxing thing. I don't know if you guys know that he was approached to put on the first KSI versus Logan Paul event. It was him and his team that put that on. And look, when it was first put on, the idea was these guys, it was almost like white collar boxing. These guys would wear headgears, they would wear bigger gloves. It was a bit more safe. Even that I'm not happy with, and he knows that, but it was a bit more safe. What we have now, it's almost like we're trying to pretend these guys are professional fighters, which, hey, whatever, right? But the danger in doing that is that we put them in smaller gloves, we remove the headgear, and it's like 3-minute rounds. And as we saw today, someone can get seriously hurt. Now, look, someone can get hurt in the real boxing world. But these guys, I feel like the real boxers are more prepared for it. Nate Robinson in there after the first 20 seconds was like a deer in headlights. And I knew it was going to get dangerous. Like, firstly, he got hit on the back of the head. That was the first knockdown. But the second knockdown was a clear knockdown. And the third one, he got face planted. It's dangerous, people, and it's going to get more dangerous. You can't even, the thing about this YouTube boxing thing as well, as you can't even manage it. Like in like real boxing, I'm going to call it YouTube boxing and real boxing for the sake of this argument. In real boxing, we know when there's a mismatch and we call it out and we see it. In YouTube boxing world, we have no idea. Like that was tonight clearly a mismatch. You've got Jake Paul, who, look, to be fair to Jake Paul looks like he can actually fight. If Jake Paul takes this serious, who knows, he could actually become a real fighter. He looks like he could fight. He's young enough to pick up the game, and he's going to be fast tracked because he's going to have good coaches. But Jake Paul's been fighting, I don't remember when his first fight was, a couple of years ago, I'm going to say. So he literally has been training. He's been in the gym. He admits this himself. He's been doing a lot of boxing work. Hence why you look at his fundamentals, he knows what he's doing. Again, he's not a real boxer, but he knows what he's doing. Nate Robinson, I'm guessing, has been training since he knew he was going to fight Jake Paul, which I'm guessing has been about 3 to 4 months, maybe a bit longer, but about 3 to 4 months. So we have a guy that has never boxed in his life. Yes, he's an athlete, but never boxed in his life, fighting a guy that's been boxing around 2 years. And that's what is going to happen. What we saw today will continually happen, and someone's going to get seriously hurt. I mean, a boxer understands what they're doing. They've been doing it since they were kids. They understand the risk they're taking. I sometimes don't think that these other athletes that come into boxing take boxing serious. You don't play boxing. I think they maybe hit a few pads and they think it's easy. I don't know what it is, but you don't do it. Like when's this gonna stop? People keep calling each other out and they get in the ring and have them. It doesn't make sense. Like again, today wasn't two YouTubers. It was a guy from another sports world calling out a YouTuber and them getting it on. Like when do we stop this? The answer is probably never, because it's gonna generate money. It's gonna generate a lot of money. Like today's event probably generated, I don't want to think about what it generated. Maybe 2 million pay-per-view buys. People might say, what? Yeah, because I go onto social media and I look at the people that I don't expect to talk about the fight that are talking about the fight. And I know that means they're generating, because they've got millions of followers, both on their Twitters and Instagrams. And obviously we had an NBA player, former NBA. So I'm seeing the NBA stars all over it as well. So this fight probably generated so much money, and that means it's going to continue. But we've got to be careful now, because it's not even about, oh, they can bring new eyeballs to the sport. It's about someone getting seriously hurt. Like right now, it's all good, right? I mean, no one's hurt. KSI and Logan Paul and Jake Paul are all fine, and they're making more videos and everyone's having fun with it. Until someone gets seriously hurt, then they'll see. Then they'll see. And again, it's a point that Spencer made. Remember, Spencer got seriously hurt in his fight. Until someone gets seriously hurt like that, then they'll know. But look, this guy, Jake Paul's been calling out Conor McGregor. He wants Dylan Dennis. And again, look, let me check. How old is Jake Paul? He is 23. I mean, I've seen guys with no amateur records turn pro and just like club fighters and go on to do decent things. Not great things, but decent things. Again, he looks like he's taking it seriously. I think he's a bit of a cock personally. And I do want someone to face plant him. But look, he looks like he's taking it seriously. And who knows what's going to happen with him. But it doesn't mean he can fight people like Nate Robinson. I mean, it was so bad. From the first second, I knew there was an issue. Even the size difference. I think they both came in as registered cruiserweights, by the way. I think so. I mean, what the hell? Nate Robinson's tiny. Tiny. Nate Robinson, I think, is about 5'9". I'd say Jake Paul's about 6'1". And a lot bigger. So it was just stupid, man. If they want to do it, put back on the headgear. I don't know how safe that makes it more, but put back on the headgear, make the gloves bigger, and do 2-minute rounds. Honestly. And I feel like even before they're allowed to fight, like someone like an independent body should go and watch them have a spar or something and actually, okay, you're ready to have a fight. Fighting ain't a joke, people. And I feel like these YouTubers are making it into a joke. It's not a joke. Someone's going to get hurt. And I stress this because we've seen a lot of fighters die in the ring in the last couple of years, right? We've seen it. We all know about it. And I think we're still playing with the sport of boxing. Not for me. Not for me, people.